Right, so, big news this past weekend, Sunday, E3. A lot of Marvel stuff shown. A lot of really cool Marvel stuff shown. So I'm going to get right into it, and I'm going to start talking about what Square Enix showed off for Marvel's Avengers first. The most interesting thing was Black Panther. I'm going to get to that last because I want people to keep watching. But we had the Cosmic Cube stuff revealed. It looks like it's just going to be one villain sector mission, which I would prefer it to be a more like iconic mission-esque, where you do several missions and then you fight Monica at the end. This I'm fine with because it looks like a lot has gone into this boss fight. It looks like it's going to be probably the most fun mission we have in the game so far. It looks like a really cool area. It looks like really interesting to do with the story. I wonder how that's going to play out, because obviously we left the future wasteland. Like, are we going to have to go back? Are they going to explain that? Or is it just going to be a thing of Monica's doing something, stop her, and it just happens to be in the future wasteland? But we get more of Old Man Hawkeye as well. He's going to have something to do, and we see her disintegrate one of his arrows, which is cool, I guess. But yeah, I really like the look of that, and I'm really excited to play. The fact that it's like less than 10 days away, really excited to get into that. Saw some gameplay for Patrol Mode, the Wasteland Patrol. Again, I'm more interested for if this does well, they'll put Patrol Modes into the other areas, especially the city area and Wakanda, because those are the things that I'm more excited about. Wasteland Patrol, again, I don't like the Wasteland area. I think it's basically just Utah Badlands, but with less in it. And, you know, I'm not a fan of that area. It's very bland, it's very boring, it's very forgettable, and it's very similar to something that's already in the game. When they introduce Patrol Mode for something like Wakanda, where it's going to be completely different from anything else, or like one of the other biomes coming later on in the game, like some kind of space biome for Captain Marvel when she comes into the game. When they have Patrol Mode for that, someone's car thing is going off. I'm sorry about that. But you know, once they have stuff for that, I'm excited. I'm excited for the possibilities that Patrol Mode brings in, more than Patrol Mode itself at this point, because it's in an area that I don't really care for. So I don't really want to explore around in an area that isn't interesting unless they put new stuff into there, and it's going to be bigger like areas, and it's going to be more like open worldy. So I hope there's like a reason to explore and there's stuff to do, and I hope that it's like it gives us like enough variety of gameplay for stuff to be in there. And hopefully we have a raid at some point. They didn't show off any like OLTs or anything at E3, but that would have been your money thing. That would have been your money shot. I mean, it did kind of show off what could be the War for Wakanda OLT. I'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, I want to go on to War for Wakanda because they didn't show off gameplay, but they showed off what the whole thing is about and what the story behind it will be, and it's basically just Claw. I hope there's some other Black Panther related villains in there. I hope we get Killmonger. I really want Manape. Manape would be easiest to do because they already have the big character model for a big like Hulk-sized character. So yeah, Manape would be easy to put in because they have a character model that they can use for that. Killmonger, they could use the Taskmaster character model. Why couldn't they? I mean, he's a guy, they just need to remove the shirt, put a load of like scars on it, and then have the face mask go over. Easy. They don't even need a face mask to go over. They can just have a Hopefully we'll have to deal with different status effects and stuff, and more stuff to deal with. Just make us think a bit more when we have to fight these enemies. But yeah, the actual Waffle Canada thing, Claw looks amazing. I can't, not see Claw and think you should be South African. Like, it just makes sense, especially from Andy Serkis's portrayal. Every other portrayal I've seen of Claw, he's been South African, but here he's more like American, and that doesn't make sense to me in my mind. It's just because every other version of Claw I've seen is South African, and it makes sense for him to be South African because he's like the really little African-based character, so it makes sense for all of his area that he operates. It would make sense that someone from South Africa would want to invade and take something from another place on the same continent. That just makes sense to me. But I don't know, maybe he wants vibranium for something. But vibranium is basically the big thing, because it always is with Black Panther story. We do see Black Panther talk more, which is great because I love Christopher Judge, and he can do no wrong in my mind. The guy was Kratos. So yeah, I'm really excited to just have Christopher Judge in this game, and hopefully he gets to be a bit more bantery with the rest of the Avengers. And I want to see how Black Panther works with the rest of the Avengers, because it looks like they're just doing a Black Panther game, and the rest of the Avengers are just going to be there. I hope that's not the case. I hope that the introduction of Black Panther is like half of the story, and the other half is like him becoming an Avenger, and just seeing him with the rest of the team and how he works with Hulk, how he works with because he's got to have a thing about letting Hulk in Wakanda, that's got to come up at some point. Thor, how he'll is he gonna have a backstory with Captain America? Because I know there's something in the comics where one of the Black Panther's ancestors actually fought Captain America when America tried to invade Wakanda at one point. So is there going to be some rivalry there? Is that going to be... I hope it's not just kept to text. I hope it's a part of the story. I hope there's does he have a rivalry against Tony Stark? Does he have a weird kinship with Captain America? What does he think of Kamala Khan? What does this king think of letting a child into basically the premier super team of the Marvel Universe, of this game universe? Because we don't know if there's a Fantastic Four, we don't know if there's the X-Men, for all we know, it's just the Avengers at this point, and maybe the West Coast Avengers, which could have been people from the same team. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what this means. And also, that thing at the end, that we saw the giant claw, just come up, we see the hand come up, and we see the rest of it, that looks like a raid boss. That doesn't look like the end of the War for Wakanda story. Maybe at the end of War for Wakanda we beat the regular claw fight that we'll get in all the villain sectors, and that is the raid boss. That would be insane. If that is in the main story as well, that's insane, and they do something even bigger for the raid. That's insanity to me, but that feels like your Taken King moment. That feels like your epic superhero moment, and that's something that the main story kind of missed, because the MODOK fight wasn't great, and none of the other fights in the main story really made you feel like a superhero. You never had that moment where you were fighting like the Kree Sentry at the end. That was just a quick time event, which I hated, because it was just, oh, Kamala wins through pressing square once, and you beat the game. Wow. I really want there to be like a proper Kree Sentry boss fight. Maybe as a mini boss in like whatever raid comes with Captain Marvel. But yeah, I really want that. And this is kind of that, but it's actually a character. And, you know, we get to see Fight Claw as a normal human, Fight Claw as the big thing. I hope there's other villains as well. It's not just 3 stages of Claw, because then you have the villain sector of normal Claw and then villain sector of Mega Claw. I hope that's not the case. I hope Mega Claw is a raid thing. That's kind of everything I have to say about the Avengers stuff that was shown. Really excited about the Avengers stuff. It only showed Avengers stuff for the next 3 months. Or the next, well, yeah, 3 months, because Cosmic Cube isn't out yet. But would have liked to see maybe some stuff that's coming past War for Wakanda, or some of the stuff that's being dropped in between the 3, like your first raid or your first 2 raids, because you have 3 in the pipeline. But yeah, I really am looking forward to all the stuff that was shown. Again, Patrol Mode is probably the least looking forward to thing, because it doesn't impact the story in any way, but everything else seems to impact the story and seems to be like a big thing that's happening. I'm really excited, and I think the game is looking towards, you know, peaking back up. It had a bit of a dip with all the stupid events that were happening, and none of them were really that good. But Cosmic Cube, War for Wakanda, hopefully by the time War for Wakanda's out, we have a few raids, and War for Wakanda's bringing another one. So, and there's plenty of story content with War for Wakanda coming, because it's going to be the same length, if not longer, than the actual story for the game. Really excited. Something I'm slightly less excited about is Guardians of the Galaxy. Don't get me wrong, the game looks beautiful. It looks wonderful. Really like that we live in a day and age where we're getting a Guardians of the Galaxy video game. I don't know if I like the fact that Star-Lord is the only playable character. It looks like you're going to be able to get upgrades for the other members of the Guardians. It looks like you're going to be able to upgrade their skills. You're not going to be able to actually play as them. It's going to be like how... It's going to be essentially like Noctis in Final Fantasy 15, where you only play as Noctis, but you can upgrade the rest of the Royal Quad, the 4 Musketeers kind of dynamic thing. You can upgrade the rest of your party, but you only control Noctis. That's what it's going to be like for this, what it looks like, but instead of Noctis, it's Star-Lord. I don't like that. I would prefer, like, if you're going to have the whole game, I would prefer either an Avengers way of doing it, where at the start of every mission you can choose who you want and you upgrade every character, and every character plays a little bit differently. With Guardians, every character will play a lot differently, because each character is very different. But it does seem just very like, oh, we couldn't really think of a way to make every character playable and balanced, you know, so we're just going to have the one playable character and everyone else is just an assist. That feels really, you know, silly to me when you're calling the game Guardians of the Galaxy, but only one of the Guardians is playable. That seems really dumb to me. The rest of the game seems fine. I like the look of it, I like the style that it's going for. It's just a shame that, you know, they're making Guardians of the Galaxy game where you can't play all of the Guardians. That's really really dumb in my mind. I find that really silly and really stupid, and I don't understand how that even came out as a good idea. Now, maybe this trailer was just showing, oh yeah, you can play as Star-Lord. The other characters, we don't know yet. But the game is coming pretty soon. It's coming in like November. So are they going to have that be the E3 thing? And then over the next few months they're going to have a different trailer for the other characters, and then you can play as them as well? I hope so. I really hope that it's not just a case of, oh, Star-Lord's the only playable character. Because that will make me, buy the game or skip the game. That's just me being the way that I am with this at this point. I like the look, I like the style, but if I can only play as Star-Lord in this Guardians of the Galaxy video game, then I will be annoyed. And there will be a fundamental flaw with your Guardians of the Galaxy video game if I can only play as one member of the Guardians. It's like, imagine a Fantastic Four video game where you can only play as Mr. Fantastic and none of the other characters. Because I can bet you that most Guardians of the Galaxy fans probably wouldn't choose to play as Star-Lord if they were given the choice. Given the choice, you would play as Groot, or you would play as Rocket, or you would play as Drax. Some people might play as Gamora. You're not probably gonna choose to play as Star-Lord because he's probably got the least interesting powers. Heck, he's got no powers. You're gonna call the game one thing, you're gonna only have one member of the team be playable. Imagine if Marvel's Avengers, the only playable character was Kamala, and every other member of the Avengers was just, oh, you can press a button to make Iron Man do it one attack. Hopefully you can swap out the characters. They didn't show that in the E3 trailer, but that's a feature of the game. There's a fundamental flaw with the way you're selling this game, because that has just made a lot of people very angry, because you made a Guardians of the Galaxy video game with only one member of the Guardians being playable, and that being the member of the Guardians that most people, not all people, some people are really big Star-Lord fans. I mean, I'm a big Star-Lord fan, but I like the character. I don't like the idea of playing as him in a video game. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really skeptical about the Guardians game, frankly, just because of that point. It's going to be single player story driven, which is good. I really like the idea of that. I mean, I like the idea of having Guardians be single player story driven. I just would have preferred it to be a RPG style thing. Actually no. This is like Kingdom Hearts, where you play as Sora, but you have other party members and they just do their own thing in the background, and you can upgrade them, you can choose what moves they do on the field, but you can't control them specifically at that point. It's Kingdom Hearts, but Guardians of the Galaxy. If I wanted that, you could have just put Guardians of the Galaxy in Kingdom Hearts. Disney owns the rights, you could do that, it's just then you won't play any of them. You'll play as Sora, which may or may not be better than playing as just Star-Lord. Because, oh god, I really don't like that choice. And if there is, other playable characters, if it is like an RPG style thing, like Marvel Ultimate Alliance, where you unlock characters as you play, and Moon Dragon's in it, Fire Bell's in it, Nova's in it, I'm just making up my own Guardians of the Galaxy game in my head at this point, because there's so many ways you could have done this to to be better. And if the game that I want is the game that this is, and they've sold it to be something that it isn't, you know, the E3 trailer to get you hyped is showing you can play a Star-Lord and only Star-Lord, every other character is not playable, but you can kind of do stuff with them. You can't, because it doesn't affect how the game plays in any way. It will just make the game easier or harder if you don't give Groot an attack that, you know, every 5 seconds he's gonna, you know, make a bush. I don't know. I really don't know. It's really difficult because I want to love that game. I love the idea that a Guardians of the Galaxy game is being made. I just hate the idea that there's only going to be one playable character. That annoys me to no end. You know, that is what really bugs me about the Guardians of the Galaxy game. One playable character for a team game. I don't know, especially since all the other members are so fun. If it was something like, heck no, Marvel doesn't have a team that is basically the same character. If the game was called Star-Lord, then maybe I would understand this. And the Guardians are only there for like the first 2 hours, and then you've got to do your own thing on your own. I hope that's what this game is. I hope that's not what this game is. I hope there's more to this that meets the eye. Anyway, I hate that half of this video is so negative. I want Guardians to be good, but I'm so scared that it's not. And after Avengers and how the launch of that was, Guardians kind of needs to be good to put Marvel games back on the map, because right now all we've got is Spider-Man. With Avengers, no one's gonna care about Avengers if the only thing is, oh, it's going to be good in August, or it's gonna be good by June 27th or 22nd. You know, what they need is a game that they can put in and be good when it's put in the machine, or going to be good when it's downloaded onto the PS5. They don't want a game that's going to be like, oh, the team game is going to be one member of that team, or they don't want a game that's, you know, waiting for the next update for it to be good, you know, because it's going to have, it's either going to, the thing with Avengers and the way that Avengers works is it's going to be, there's no content to, there's a lot of content to, I've done all that content, now it's waiting for the new content to come out. And when raids come out, when patrol mode comes out, maybe the waiting for the content is going to be less tedious, because there's going to be stuff to grind, there's going to be stuff to grind for, you know, and patrol mode to every area is going to really make the game shine, because, you know, there's going to be so much to do, and more boss fights, more stuff like that. You know, the game's so solidly mediocre at the moment that all it needs is one thing for it to really, really shine, and that is a raid. And a raid is coming. We don't have a date, we don't have gameplay footage, but we have that assuredness that a raid is coming before Black Panther, and we have a raid coming with Black Panther. That's all we know. Well, anyways, I've been talking for 24 minutes, nearly 25 minutes. I'll see you guys in the next video. Check me out on Twitch. I'll be playing through Cosmic Cube when it comes out. I do stream every day anyway. I'm playing a lot of Mega Man now. I'm sucking at it. But yeah. See you guys in the next video. See you guys on my streams if you decide to come watch, and I'll see you guys then. I just said I'll see you guys 3 times. Peace. I had to do it twice.